What's going on, everybody? I'm Adam with Soundwave Brigade. I'm out here at Comerica Theatre in Phoenix, Arizona with Mark and Emily from Nightclub. This is the last stop of the tour with The Perfect Circle. How's it going so far?
Great.
You're great, tired but great.
Tired but great, huh?
Yes.
So you got a little, like you just talked a little bit, you got a little break on that little tour for a quick minute, and then back on it. And then you guys have been touring quite a bit, you said, this year. So how's that been going? I mean, is it a lot? Who were you touring with previously?
It's been great. I mean, for I'd say the last year, about exactly a year ago, we went on tour with Lords of Acid. And then we're home for a while, finished our record. Right the minute the record came out, we went on tour with Comerica and Wednesday 13 and played
6 weeks in the U.S.
6 weeks in the U.S. Then we're home for a few weeks. Then
3 weeks in Europe.
3 weeks in Europe. Then we were home for a month or two. And then this Perfect Circle for the last 5 weeks. So it's been a lot of touring.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. We need to
that's
sleep
awesome.
for a while, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I bet that's pretty much. I've gone on tour with one of the bands here for only like a couple of weeks, nothing major as far as you guys have done, but I'm the same way. Even like for those couple of weeks, just being on the road every day, it's exhausting,
Oh yeah.
So I can imagine being on it for months on end, like so many of them do. I mean, especially if you want to be on the with the bigger names and all that. And I'm sure it's great though, with the jumping up with the bigger names and the bigger bands and all that stuff instead of touring on your own.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's like we're being introduced every night to an audience that has no idea who we are, which is great for us because like for a while, we're definitely like a kind of a more, I don't know, goth. Like we've been playing to kind of a certain audience. So
Yeah, like a kind
It's
of
been
an
amazing.
underground electronic goth / industrial / club / whatever kind of audience in it. This is I think our first time we really not played to that audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say Comic Christ and Wednesday is probably they're both great bands.
Yeah, and it's been awesome. Like those tours are amazing, and we love playing to that audience. This is just a cool opportunity to, expand our reach a little bit and kind of reach people who would never have fucking heard of us ever.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
always a plus because it's kind of a totally different type of genre. So it's like it's opening up to however many people come out tonight, thousands of people that come out tonight. So
Totally.
hopefully get a bunch
we
of new
never
followers.
really feel like we fit exactly into a genre
No.
ever, anyways, because of the nature of our music.
Right.
So it's kind of nice to just play with. Go. Oh yeah, we can play with Comerica Christ, and we can play with the Perfect Circle, and we can play these different kinds of shows.
Yeah.
How's it been so far? Actually, touring with Perfect Circle.
Great.
I mean, you guys. I mean, it's. I don't know how well it is. I mean, you guys kind of. They're off on their own, kind of secluded. Not really secluded, but in their own type of
We
environment.
see them all the time. I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean we
They're really
basically
welcoming.
traveled with them on this tour, so it ended up being they've just been everyone in that band has been super nice to us and supportive of our band and just kind of like giving us the ability to use sound guys and light guys and things like that and just be on the tour and feel like you're welcomed, which has been really incredible when you consider the scope of some of these shows, because sometimes we go out there and it's like in LA and it's I don't even know how many, it's 8,000 or 9,000 people or whatever. It's a lot of people, and just to have people so down to earth and nice to us and helpful was really cool.
yeah.
Awesome. So we got a new album that came out in August. What was it? Scary World.
Yes.
So what was the meaning behind the title of that one?
I'll take it. I mean, basically,
Describe it better than me.
It's kind of a weird record. We started writing the record, and as we started noticing over time, we started having these kind of common themes that kind of kept happening, and it's sort of an opus about mental illness, but it's sort of about maybe realizing that you have those things and overcoming them or surviving them and realizing that you live with them. I mean, that's the broadest version of it, but ultimately it has all these other meanings. Some of it's about Los Angeles, some of it's about, like lots of different things, but it's basically the world that's inside of yourself. that's, you know, anxiety, depression, and mental illness, really. And that's sort of where its main themes are from, but it sort of goes all over the place. But we sort of realized that we wanted to make a record that we kind of had both gone through these experiences. And my mother had schizophrenia.
I was going to ask that if it came from personal, or because I mean just the titles alone on the songs is kind of, it seems like it's pretty deep and dark. So I assumed it probably came from either one or both, or I mean a combination of just maybe past or present, or even, you know.
It's past, present, and future, I think, honestly. It's like we both have suffered with depression and anxiety. And
I mean, I suffer from it. I suffer from it right now before we play. I like, you know, before every show, I'm like kind of the biggest anxious mess.
I mean, obviously a lot of people do, just by seeing, you know, the past, you know, huge stars that have
oh my God,
no
so
longer with
bad for
us.
me.
You know, everybody seems to think that just because they're fame and big and money and fans and seem happy that, you know, one of my great friends was kind of the same way, but she told me, like, she cried herself to sleep every night. So just because you have all that doesn't mean you're happy, you know?
Yeah, and it was sort of, for us, I guess, the reason maybe we started writing about it was just, it was cathartic. I don't know if we necessarily had a huge message, really, other than just catharsis. Like, to talk about something, to be open about something, and kind of realizing yourself that it taught us a lesson while making it, like that you do have to keep living and keep surviving and keep moving forward in life, no matter what's thrown at you, you know. And that's sort of, in a nutshell, what it's about. But it's, you know, it's got a lot of things going on.
So let's go back a little bit. We got. You guys picked up was it the soundtrack for Comedy Central, or what it was?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
The show was called Moonbeam City. It was with Rob Lowe, Will Forte, and it was
a one-season
animated comedic
show.
gem, actually. It was created
Best
by
job
a guy
ever.
named Scott Gardner, and we ended up doing all the music for it. And it kind of... It started in about 2013, but it aired in 2015, and it sort of was synthwave or outrun or whatever you want to call that stuff before that stuff was kind of hitting its stride, like now.
Before Stranger Things.
Yeah, before Stranger Things, before a lot of those things, and it was just a really interesting comedy, and it was a fun task to have to write all those songs and all the score. And ultimately, it's not really who our band is. It's just an avenue of our band, which is an electronic band, and we're songwriters. But we view our albums as that's us, really. But the soundtrack was something that we did because it was such a cool opportunity.
Right on. I think it's probably a new question I got. If you can form one band with 4 members of your choice, the ultimate band, who would you pick?
Well, clearly me and you.
Yeah, it's probably well, of course.
I mean,
we gotta be in the band, right?
You, me, David Bowie, and who else? Prince?
That's so cliche, right? But yeah.
You don't want to be in a band with Prince?
No, of course. I'm just like, it's very obvious, but yeah, of course I'd want to be in a band.
I'd like to be in a band with Gary Newman and Midge Ure, and there's a lot of obscure things.
Yeah.
I'd really want to be in a band with Bowie and Prince.
Yeah. Cliche.
And Emily.
And me and you. I mean.
Of course, you got to pick yourself.
And I definitely want to be in a band if I'm in a band.
Right. If it was like those people, I mean.
Yeah.
I'd be killing it. It was a good band.
Yeah, that would be a good
Yeah, I know.
Right on. Anything else you'd like to share with fans before you sign off, and just media, music, actually, anything like that?
Because it's kind of come up a lot through this tour. You know, people have come to the shows and like, hey, you guys only play like 25 minutes or something. It's like, you know, we're opening for a really large band.
We're sorry.
Right.
That
we apologize.
We're allotted the time we're allotted, and we're sorry if you came to these shows and you expected more. We would love to play more, but we can't play more.
And we can't play all the songs from
And
all of our records.
Yeah, so we can play like 6 songs live, basically.
Don't get mad at us.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that. They're like, "Come to my city, come to my city." Well,
know,
it
I know.
doesn't really work that way.
Come to
It's
Brazil.
right.
Yeah. It's like, I
I mean,
wish
we
we'd go to
would.
Brazil.
We would
yes.
love to go everywhere and
Yeah,
play to
yeah.
everyone. But ultimately, I guess what I was gonna go with is that next year I think we're gonna do our own headlining run.
We're saying it now.
You fuckers better show up. And
Right.
complaining.
You guys are asking for it.
Yes.
So if we go do our own headlining tour, you better show up.
Well, Emily, Mark, I appreciate you taking the time out with us. I'm assuming everybody can find the music on its usual avenues.
So we, our website's nightclubband.com. We're on Spotify, YouTube. We have a lot of videos, and we're going to keep putting out videos. So definitely look out for more of those.
Yeah, if you just use Nightclub Band on anything, Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, you'll find us.
Well, cool. I appreciate your time, guys, taking the time out tonight before the final show of the tour.
I know, last
Exactly.
show.
I know.
Whoa.
I can't believe it's ending.
I know.
It's kind of bittersweet, huh? It's weird.
Huh.
At least you get to go home and crawl in your own bed now.
Yes.
Yes.
It will be nice and crawl next to some cats.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, again, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it, and we'll see you out there tonight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.